right, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Brandon Clayton. I'm excited about our lesson, continuing this study as we go through the book of Mark, choosing the godly things over the good things. Yes, they seem so similar, the godly things over the good things. I want to pick up in verse 32 of chapter 1. It says, "And when evening came, when the sun had set, they brought to him all who were sick and those who were demon possessed. And the entire city had gathered at the door. And he healed many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons, and was not allowing the demons to speak because they knew him. And having risen very early in the morning, while still dark, he went out and went to a lonely place, and there he prayed. And Simon and those who were with him searched for him. And when they found him, they said to him, 'All are seeking you.' And he said to him, 'Let us go into the neighboring towns, so that I proclaim there also, because for this I have come forth.'" You know, I love this story. He's out. It's late at night when everyone comes, and it's probably because it was a Sabbath day and they didn't want to break the Sabbath. So they come when it's dark, and they come in the whole town, it says, gathered at his door, and he's healing right there. And the next day he gets up early, and they have to go out looking for him. And I love the way they come at him. They're like, "All are seeking you." Now, is really all people seeking him? I don't know. It may have been that they were excited. They felt that this was urgent. This was important. You ever felt somebody's trying to make what's important to them important to you so that you can get moving? I can see his arm kind of being, "Come on, we gotta go." Come. And he's like, "Let's go to another town." What do you mean, let's go to another town? There's people seeking you. We spend so much time trying to get people, and these people are seeking you. We gotta go. There's people who may be still sick or demon possessed, and we gotta go. They're still seeking. But no, he says, "Let's go elsewhere. Let's go to another town, for this is why I've come." I look at that situation, and I marvel at it, because I believe many of us would have been perplexed, and some of us may have even rebuked him there and says, "There's good you can do. You have the cure for cancer. You are the Messiah, and there's some things you need to be doing right now, and you're not doing them. Shame on you." If we didn't know any better, we may have actually rebuked him like Peter did, on your personality. But he said no. How in the world was he able to discern that although that was good, that to go be with people who were seeking him, to go be with people who had needs, to go be with people who had ailments, that look, it's time to go somewhere else? I think the whole key is what we read in the beginning of what just started, around verse 35. See, after that long night, it says, having risen early. And I want to look at each part of that. If you want to be like the Messiah, see, a lot of us want to be, like I've said this before, we want to be like the Messiah. We want to be like Jesus until it's time to do what he did. So it's easy to say, "Well, I'm not Jesus." But you're a follower of Jesus. "Yeah, but I'm not Jesus." Well, then we should strive, and we should continue to pursue him and the things that he did. He got up early, even though it was a long night. And this is a little side note here, but it could have been a short night. He could have simply waved his hand over everybody and just healed them. But I love, because of his personal nature, I bet he ministered to every person there. And it was a longer night than it could have been, because he wants to engage and he wants to connect with you on that level. But either way, it was a long night. He said, but very early in the morning. Very early. Sometimes those words alone is enough to get my back aching and like, oh no, not very early. No, very early. I'm glad they didn't give a time. Whatever early is, you know what early is. Very early. So even before that. And then just to qualify, it says very early while it was still dark. He went out. So he left his place. And you got to do that sometimes. If you want to be like the Messiah, if you want to do what he's doing, get out. Get up early, even before it's sunlight, and get out. Get out of the house. Leave your phone. Leave the car. Not when you're driving. Get out into a remote place. You'll notice he often withdrew, as the scriptures say. He often withdrew to lonely places. To lonely places. Well, it's great having Bible studies and quiet times with people, but there needs to be times when you get away to lonely places. so that he could pray. You know, I think as I've gotten older, as a married man now, I can't have quiet times. I can't read the Bible like I used to. Look, I used to get up and have my time when I felt like it and when I wanted to, but if I get up after 7, if I get up after 8, it's done. My kids are up, they're wanting to play, they're crying, it's too much going on. I gotta get up early. Now, a lot of us, we can make excuses at this point and say, well, I just can't, there's too much going on. No, when it becomes important enough, you make time for it. And we talked about that last time, that things that are important, we make time. Everything else we make excuses. Yeah, keep making excuses because it hasn't risen to a level of importance yet. I had to put a bedtime on myself. I started going to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock so that I can get up at 4:30. Oh, 4:30, 5 o'clock, because my wife wanted to get up and go swimming at 5:30, or before the kids had a chance to get up. I had to get up. Why? Because this is too important. And if you want to be like the Messiah and be able to have the discernment between what's good and what's wrong, or what's good and what's godly, you need to be able to get up and have this time of connection. Too many of us are running around with our heads cut off, trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong to do, and we're getting snuffed out by all these things. Let's go do this, let's go do that. And all these things are good, but we don't have the clarity and the direction because we are not putting in the time to connect with him. If the Messiah himself is the Son of the God Most High, saw the need to withdraw often, get up early and get away, how much more you and I? But too many times, guys, we are not coming into the greatness that's within us because we are not putting in the time yet. To get away, to get up early, we're making all kinds of excuses. I had to study late last night. Well, I had this going on, and I just can't. I love this one. I'm not an early bird. I'm not an early bird. I'm more of a night owl. See, I love this example because Yahshua, the Messiah, he was both a night owl and an early bird, because he wasn't going to allow what's important for the kingdom to be determined by his character. Oh, this is my personality. This is just how I am. And this is how, no, I am what I need to be to advance the kingdom of God. I'm going to say that again. I am what I need to be to advance the kingdom of God. I'm not going to just allow my body to dictate what I do. Well, I just seem to get up early. No, I get up early because I need to. I'll go jog if I need to, because here's what happens. Some of us who are not early birds, we get a job that asks us to be there at 5:30. We there at 5:30. We just do what we got to do to get there. We drink the coffee, we do the push-ups, we go jogging, but we do get it done. Regardless of how we feel, we beat our bodies and say, no, you're going to get up because this is important. If we are going to be able to have the clarity of mind to push away all the things that the world is pushing on us, as soon as we wake up, the enemy is coming at us, bombarding us with all kinds of things we got to do. You got to go check your bill on this. Don't forget the internet on this. You got to do take the person to school, and don't forget you forgot to do this last night, and your wife wants you to. Bombarding. These are all good things. But if you don't get up aggressively, taking control of that time, saying, look, I'm going to put him first, then you've already set yourself up for failure. Because I guarantee your enemy knows you. And he's planning, and he's purposely focusing his attention just like that on you. So you need to wake up with a battle plan and have this approach. It's important that we have this focus. If we're not having this focus to be able to discern good and bad, good and godly, then we get wore out. I've seen too many of my brothers and sisters wear themselves out and flat out leave church, leave God, and whatever it is, because they're wore out from doing good things. Let's go serve here. Let's go serve there. Maybe I should go do this. I'm just trying to do everything spiritual. You're doing everything but the godly thing. Look, he's called you to do one thing. He knows you can't do it all. If you listen, take your time and listen. He's calling you to do one thing. Do that. You know, a hyena cannot kill a tiger, cannot kill a lion. A lion would demolish a hyena. But hyenas have been known to kill lions. Let me tell you how. It's a very, very hard picture to watch. Because hyenas would gather around a lion and they would nip at him and nip at him and nip. And he'll run this way and they keep nipping and wear him out, surrounding him with all this attention, all this nipping, to the point where they wear him out and they can destroy him. That's how those good things, you see, Satan's smart. He knows you're not going to get into adultery. He knows you're not going to murder or steal. Let's just take some of these good stuff and just keep you busy. and he's going to wait for an opportune time. And now I got you. When you've turned your head at one good thing, he's got you from the other side. And he's going to keep wearing you out. And now I got you. He starts saying, look at that. Don't you feel like getting critical at this? I can't believe they're talking about this. And now you wore out and you're just saying, my service, I've done nothing. I've got nothing. Guys, if we're going to be like the Messiah, we got to do what the Messiah did. Let's get up early. Let's put in the time. Let's go to God in prayer and in the Word so that we're able to discern between what's good and what's godly. Do your part so that we all can be blessed, because when we're all in, we all win. Thanks for tuning in.